Hey everyone, we have a completely new mic setup. We're holding handheld mics right now.
And holding hands at the same time.
Yeah, can you
with this close?
Stop? No, I don't want to. That was weird. Anyway, yeah, we've got mics. We've got a brand new mixer. We're sitting at a desk. We're on opposite sides of the desk.
Holding hands.
No, we stopped holding hands a long time ago.
This is our new setup. This is our proper podcast setup.
Yeah, hopefully it sounds good. Bear with us if, I don't know, it's a bit different while I get the hang of editing through it. But yeah, it should be good. It should, hopefully we're podcasters now. No more lapel mics plugged into one input, plugged into my iPhone that we would sit on the couch and record with that meant I couldn't look up things on the iPhone while we were recording.
I was thinking, how funny would it be if this first episode something was unplugged and we had a destroy all monsters situation all over again?
There's a chance. I mean, I'm looking at the waveforms right now and they look pretty small.
You can edit it in post.
Like, make the waveforms look bigger?
Yeah.
I mean, it can.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. But yeah, this is the new and improved Podzilla, everyone. Welcome. Talking about Godzilla 1998. This is going to be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once more to the new and improved audiophonic, audiosonic, audiophilic Podzilla. The show where we watch every single Podzilla and Podzilla adjacent piece of media.
Every Podzilla adjacent. Every Godzilla
adjacent. In order of release date. My name is Micah Drake.
My name is Jasha Drake. And welcome. If you're joining us for the first time, found our show, wanted to listen to an episode on this movie in particular, it's really good to have you.
If you wanted to listen to us, don't listen to any previous episodes. We won't sound as good anymore.
No.
We're going to sound like B-tier podcasters.
Yeah. We should go back and re-record like every Godzilla movie with this setup.
Let's re-record let's make a script for every word we said in all of our previous episodes.
We can transcribe them completely. We can re-record them. We can subtly start to like replace episodes. You guys won't even notice.
Yeah. Full Mandela effect.
Yeah. Micah, I wanted to talk about something with you. I wanted to ask you about something.
Shoot.
Because in Whangarei, at the moment, the small town we live in New Zealand, there is a film festival going on.
Yeah.
The New Zealand International Film Festival. It's the first time in a long time our cinema has had any real cool like event like this.
I think New Zealand has, like you said, the New Zealand Film Festival. It was put out for a couple of years with COVID.
Yeah, like it didn't even run anywhere across the whole of New Zealand, but it's back and they chose to, I don't know, give us a couple of films, which is pretty cool. And we both have been going to a few of the films over the last couple of weeks. Me, a lot more than you.
Yeah. I've been busy with work and life. Jasha has been having bearsies with the mayor of Whangarei.
Yeah, me and Micah both showed up for the opening night screening. It's a movie called Anatomy of a Fall. Is that it?
I forgot we even saw this one. I thought I'd only seen 3, but I've seen 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Anatomy of a Fall. It won the grand prize at the Cannes Film Festival. And it was a packed screening. Free drinks. The mayor was there, as you said. I heard him bad talking the movie beforehand, and then afterwards, apparently, he didn't even like it. But anyway, it was so weird because there was me and you in our 20s.
Yeah.
The whole screening was packed, but everyone else, I kid you guys not, was like 60 plus.
Yeah. Not even for the first movie we saw. So I've seen 4 of them so far.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single person under the age of 50.
It's crazy.
Just yesterday, I went to see one of the movies by myself. This
Yeah.
was Perfect Days.
Yeah.
About a Japanese toilet cleaner, which
Yes.
we both relate to so much, having worked as toilet cleaners in the past. I looked around me. I felt like a dolphin in a sea of sharks.
This was like midweek too, like during work hours.
Yeah, what was yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday?
Yeah, hump day.
A quarter of the cinema was there.
Okay.
It was full.
And all old people.
And all old people.
What's going on? What's going on in Whangarei?
This has made me think
Okay.
old people are way cooler than young people if they're the ones seeing these movies.
The
Our generation needs to step up to the plate.
It always makes sense because our cinema, like growing up, we don't get a whole lot of popular movies, and instead they just choose to show like random slow dramas.
I kid you not, I think that every single month for the past 5 years, there have been showings of Andre Rieu's
Andre Rieu's live concert.
live orchestral concerts. And I don't know, I choose to believe those are packed every time it comes on. Our Nan is a diehard Andre fan.
Yeah, it makes sense now. I will say it would make sense with who in Whangarei is actually going to the movies.
Because what movies haven't they? They haven't shown so many.
Yeah, we don't get a whole lot of things.
Countless.
We didn't get Asteroid City recently,
Which is so surprising.
I had to go to Auckland to watch that, but instead we're getting Andre Rieu. Anyway, what I wanted to actually talk about was Perfect Days, because this movie was on my what do you call it? It was in my, help me out, Mike.
Your TBR, your to be. This was one of your most looked forward to movies.
No, it's like when something is like you hear about it and it's always around you.
Jason, you've heard about this through the pipeline. You've heard it's good.
Yeah, this is Perfect Days has been on my watch list for a while. I'll
Jason's
just
been
say
surrounded by perfect days. Following him everywhere.
Japanese movie directed by German director Wim Wenders.
I love the name Wim Wenders.
It's such a great name.
That's like a superhero name right there.
Yeah, it's so good.
After the credits rolled for that movie, I sat there for a good minute thinking about if I had the choice to change my name to Wim Wenders, I would probably take it.
Take it right now.
Yeah,
I probably would too. Get rid of our names that no one can say or pronounce properly.
Wim Wenders.
Wim. Yeah, I'll do that on a whim. I'll tell you what. But yeah, I thought we should probably talk about it because it's a Japanese film. We watch a lot of Japanese movies for the podcast. I saw way too many of the film festival movies over the weekend. I was like sick of movies. I haven't watched a movie like for the last 5 days, which is weird for me. But all the other movies were like French or German. And I was really like, I was looking forward to this Japanese one. You know, feel a bit more comfortable, a bit more at home.
Listen to all of the Japanese dialogue.
Yeah.
You're fluent now.
Yeah,
so
completely fluent
it'll
in
be
Japanese.
second nature.
Thanks to Podzilla. But what did you think? Because we saw this separately. I saw it. I loved it. I think this is my favorite movie of the year so far. It's about this Japanese toilet cleaner, and it just follows him day to day. He hardly talks much, and it's just him, his routines, and his interactions with people. And I told you needed to go see it. Do you like it?
I did like it. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's an almost silent film.
Yeah.
The side characters make a point of saying that the main character he's just weird and introverted, and he doesn't talk much at all. And yeah, the whole movie is supposed to be showing almost it makes a point of how monotonous routine and daily life can be, how boring it can be. But then on the other side of the coin, it also shows how those moments almost give more of a chance to see the beauty when it does come around.
Yeah. That's what I got out of it too, was like any day has the potential to be the perfect day, right? Just depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing the same thing as you always do, just your perspective and your attitude can make any day perfect. I loved it. I thought it was a really beautiful film. It looked amazing. The main guy, I forget his name. He's also in Cure, which is like a Japanese horror film I watched recently. He is great. I'd really recommend if anyone gets this. I don't know when this will actually be around for distribution. Because it's still doing the film festival circuit. But if you ever get the chance to check out Perfect Days, it is Podzilla endorsed.
Absolutely. And our main character is Koji Yakusho.
Koji Yakusho. And he is in Cure, right? I'm not crazy?
I want to say yes. Let's say yes.
Awesome. I'm not crazy.
He also directed a film
Hey.
back in 2009 called Toad's Oil.
Okay,
We're going to cover that on Podzilla in 16 years' time. You can hold us to that.
Toad's Oil. Film festival stuff aside, this is a big episode. I feel like we've been talking about this Godzilla movie since we started the show. It's the first proper American Godzilla film, to be honest. Completely made in America.
All I have known about it is that it's been one of, if not the most divisive movie in all of Godzilla history.
Did you've never seen this?
Nope. my previous knowledge of this movie was the cover of Godzilla's foot
Yeah.
and his very, very thin logo, the neon green thin Godzilla logo.
Backlit logo, yeah.
That's the perfect way of describing it. And I knew what this TriStar version of Godzilla looked like.
Yeah.
I want to say he's dubbed Zilla by a lot of people.
Yeah, recently, and in recent years, he's kind of been renamed a little bit to Zilla.
Yep.
We'll get into it a bit later on. I didn't see this growing up. We both didn't. I think our dad must have been trying to like shield us from it, right? We grew up with all the Japanese movies.
Please, this is Godzilla, not shove this 1998 Godzilla back in
Boys,
the
you didn't
closet.
see anything. That doesn't even exist. But for some reason, we had toys of this movie growing up.
Yes.
We had two hard hand puppets. I think we've talked about it on the show before.
Yeah.
One of Godzilla and then one of Baby Godzilla.
Was it Baby Godzilla?
Yeah, it was like
Wait, there's a TriStar Baby Godzilla.
yeah. Did you just watch? We just watched the movie together. What are you talking about?
Sorry. I thought you meant like Baby Godzilla.
These things are
Like
called
Godzilla Jr. Baby Godzilla.
These are called Baby Godzilla.
Okay.
We had one of each. I think they were released through KFC back in the day. Because the promotional campaign for this movie was huge. Like there was so much stuff everywhere. It was the big blockbuster.
This was a
hit.
blockbuster movie. Yeah.
So yeah, we grew up playing with those puppets for years and years and years. And today you've finally seen the movie.
Today you finally seen the movie.
I've seen it before.
Oh.
I said, yeah, I should. I completely forgot to say I've seen it. I didn't watch it growing up. I watched it about 5 years ago.
Okay.
Just randomly. I was like, hey, I've never seen this. Let's give it a watch.
Going off in your Matthew Broderick kick.
Yeah. I need to finish off my Matthew Broderick filmography. So, yeah, I watched it recently and I wasn't too wowed. I didn't love it. But it was fresh, ready for a revisit. Micah, before we talk about what we thought, do you want to bring us into the world of Godzilla?
During a nuclear test, the French government inadvertently mutates a lizard nest. Years later, a giant lizard makes its way to New York City. Dr. Nico Totopoulos, played by Matthew Broderick, is an expert on the effects of radiation on animals, and he is sent by the US government to study this magnificent, gigantic beast. When the creature, dubbed Godzilla by news outlets, emerges, a massive battle with the military begins. To make matters worse, Nico discovers that Godzilla has laid a nest of 200 eggs, which are ready to hatch. This is not what I expected this movie to really be about.
Yeah.
So the first half of this movie, almost what you'd think of when you hear blockbuster 1998 Godzilla. But then the second half almost takes a turn and goes into full-on aliens.
Well, it feels like a zombie movie almost, right? Like Godzilla supposedly gets killed off halfway through this movie.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. And they investigate all these baby Godzillas that are hatching, and it's kind of following our main cast of characters stuck in the Madison Square Gardens surrounded by Godzillas, which is real interesting. You're right. For a Godzilla movie, the first time Godzilla's gone to Hollywood, half the movie's about baby little raptors.
200 baby little raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Loosely, I loosely use the word fun.
Well, I want to talk about the director for a minute because this is directed by Roland Emmerich.
I have heard of that name.
He has done a whole lot of disaster movies. Like, think of any disaster movie.
Did he do 2012?
2012.
Oh, no way.
Independence Day. Moonfall. He's done a whole lot of other stuff.
Name two more, please.
He did Midway, which isn't a disaster movie, but it's like a World War II movie that kind of sucked. And I feel like he also did The Patriot, which isn't a disaster movie.
Yep. No, I'll believe you there. I believe you.
That's a good movie.
Were both of those movies better or worse than Moonfall?
They were both better. I got a funny story about Moonfall.
Dude, bring it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Roland Emmerich. I'm just gonna put it out there. But my granddad, who doesn't go to the movies a whole lot,
Yeah.
came up to me one day and he was like, "Hey, Jasha, Moonfall looks really great."
Moonfall looks like one of the coolest movies ever.
looks
I saw a
amazing.
trailer on TV.
Yeah.
We got to go see it.
Yep. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to go to the movies with him. It'll be fun. We went and watched Moonfall. It's the worst. Moonfall's so bad.
You made me add this to my like sci-fi to watch.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, you'd love it. You'd love it. But it was bad. It was bad. And then the whole way home, my granddad's just like raving about it. He's just like saying, "This is like the best sci-fi movie I've ever seen. The aliens in this, like crazy. The special effects." It was just like he was talking about it like it's his favorite movie ever. And I was just like silent in the car this whole time, like, yeah.
How great was it?
Yeah. So I feel like Roland Emmerich has a type. Like maybe they're kind of just like dad movies, right? They feel.
I think all of the 60-plus-year-olds who went to see the film festival movies would have loved Moonfall.
I don't know.
That's his type. That's their type.
Yeah. But I feel like these are the pinnacle of like the movies you would see your grandparents or like your granddad watching on TV with a beer in his hand. Or like the movie where
This is like the 10:30 at night randomly comes on.
Yeah.
You're too bored to change the channel, so you watch it.
Yeah, or the movie like your dad would just rave about forever. Even though our dad didn't. But like it just feels like a like perfect man's action movie.
Peak man movie.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. So yeah. Perfect man action movie, Roland Emmerich doing a Godzilla movie.
So first off then,
Yeah.
is this the perfect man's movie?
You know what? If this wasn't called Godzilla, if it was called Radioactive Iguana,
Big Dino.
Big Dinosaur.
Big Dino Little City.
Yeah. I think it will be way more loved. I think I had fun with this too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it's absolutely worthless. But I think a lot of that negativity just comes around the fact that it's a Godzilla movie. Because this creature, this Godzilla in this, he does not look like Godzilla. This movie does not play like Godzilla movies play.
So the reason why there's been so much contention around this for the past few decades is because this is it Roland Emmerich?
Yeah. Emmerich?
What he tried to do with this movie is take Japan's Godzilla.
Japan's Godzilla. Yeah.
Which we all know as this suitmation,
Yep.
always on 2 feet, chunky thighs, almost like WWE against other monsters,
Yeah.
other people in suits, fighter. Take that idea and make it much more of a realistic take on on not necessarily Godzilla, but the idea of Godzilla. So we have a story about a nuclear lizard nest.
Nuclear.
We
have I don't know if it's a lizard nest, but it's like a tropical island with a whole lot of aquatic iguana things on it. And it's right near where some A-bomb testing's going on.
By France.
By the French.
By the French.
Which is interesting, right? The Americans are no longer the people who created this huge monster. It's the French.
I feel like there's just this chain of Godzilla movies. The original blamed it on US.
Yeah.
The US movie blamed it on French. I'm getting ready for the French Godzilla movie that blames it on
both of them. Everyone else.
Everybody else. Starts this big Chinese whispers. He takes this idea of what would Godzilla be like if it were realistic.
Yeah.
At least this is what I got from it.
Well, I was reading online, and apparently Roland came out and he just admitted that he didn't like the original Godzilla movie. Shiro Honda, get the guy out of here, right? And he only agreed to being able to direct this one if they let him do whatever he wanted. So,
whatever he wanted.
Yeah, whatever he wanted. So this movie was even supposed to have Godzilla looking a lot more like classic Godzilla. He was supposed to be using full-on atomic breath and stuff, but Roland just didn't want any of that because it was too unrealistic. So he wanted this creature that looked like an iguana because that's something that's more likely to have be possible, I guess, than this giant radioactive dinosaur.
So what we get is this. It's a glorified T-Rex, guys. This is just a T-Rex movie.
Or like a raptor.
Raptor T-Rex.
He's like thinner than a T-Rex.
Yeah. This is like big scale Jurassic Park.
It's the last 20 minutes of The Lost World if they stretched it out into a full movie.
I feel like you just cut off half of our listener base.
What everyone listening's seen The Lost
Nobody's
World.
watched The Lost World.
What are you talking about?
Everybody's seen the first. Is the second The Lost World?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We've kept our full fan base then.
What did you
I thought you were
think
talking about the third movie.
It's just Jurassic Park 3, which
Yeah.
is good.
Nobody's watched that second half of Jurassic Park 3.
Alan, wake up. Everyone loves Jurassic Park 3.
Alan Wake.
Now you've just cut off half of our listener base.
Reel it back. What were we saying?
I don't even know what you're saying. Well, you're talking about how this is kind of like a big monster. This whole movie is like a T-Rex destroying a city.
Yeah. With the Godzilla name branded on it.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm not too sure. I want to believe that the US public knew the name of Godzilla.
Yeah, I think they would have because
They'd all watched Godzuki, Hanna-Barbera back in the day.
They had the Hanna-Barbera stuff. They had Americanizations.
Yeah. So it is. I would.
Because, like, if we remember right, the movie that started off the Heisei era, Return of Godzilla,
Had an Americanization.
yeah, that was in theaters.
Yeah. So let's say it's a household name at this point.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go see the big 2000s movie about Big Dino, crazy CGI.
Yeah.
Your friend has come back from seeing this in theaters saying it's the most amazing CGI they've ever seen in a movie.
Is anyone saying that?
Back in the day. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where to go first because this movie's full on. Should we start with our lead actor,
Bring him to me, dude.
Nico Tatopoulos?
Tatalotopoulos.
I actually quite like that joke when they like say his name wrong so many times during the movie. Who's he played by? I've completely forgotten.
Matthew Broderick.
I know Matthew Broderick. I forgot his
Broderick?
name. I'm a big fan of Matthew Broderick, but he's the lead of this movie playing a dude who researches worms. He's the worm guy. He's wearing a weird backwards beret.
It never struck me, but that's exactly what he's wearing.
For some reason, every woman that sees him, they like double take. They put their glasses down. They like check him out a bit.
You're an attractive worm boy, Matthew.
It's Matthew Broderick looking flustered in a beret.
Why do I feel like Matthew was a writer for this movie?
What's going on? Is Matthew Broderick like the pinnacle of what a man should look like in 1998?
When the writer's room has gone for their coffee break, he sneaks in, pencil in hand, writes the word attractive in every scene he's in.
What did you think of?
I like
this?
Matthew. I like Matthew.
Did you?
I really, really like Matthew. I think he plays the part of a competent, likable hero. Very, very well. I saw some reviews out there saying he was an anti-hero.
I don't know.
I have no clue what they're talking about. I really like him. Matthew Broderick is the kind of guy I think of when I think of pure competence. There's nothing wrong with Matthew.
He's just the everyman.
He's the everyman. Everyman Matthew.
It's so crazy how the plot of this movie is this dude who researches worms. And sure, they're like worms that have been affected by Chernobyl, right? They've radiated in some way.
Yeah.
They're 17% larger than normal worms, or that they used to be. What I find crazy is the government brings him in for some reason, and they don't even bring him in because he's studying radioactive worms that have grown in size.
Don't they?
They just bring him in, and then he's like, well, guys, what I think's happening with this Godzilla thing is it could probably be a lizard that's been affected by radioactive stuff and it's grown in size. And they're like, what? Really? No way.
I think this is I think this could be a mutated new species. What are you talking about, worm boy?
Why are they questioning
Get back
him
to the dumpster.
when that's the thing they brought him in for? Yeah, it's crazy.
Is it just me, or does it seem like one of the only smart people in this movie, just full of idiots?
Everyone else is so stupid. Everyone's so dumb. My problem with the movie is I don't actually my main thing.
Jason's one problem with this movie.
One problem with Godzilla 1998 is I think the characters suck. I don't even really like Matthew
Really?
Broderick. I think he's just a bit boring. Like anyone could have played that role. He's not super memorable. Like if he was playing a bit more of his Ferris Bueller character or had a bit more personality instead of just playing this soft-spoken scientist.
I get that. He's playing a very neutral character.
Yeah.
Like I said, he is playing the everyman.
Yeah.
He doesn't deviate too much from that. I do feel like having Matthew Broderick, they could have gotten him to do a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, we have our main four cast members or characters. It's Matthew's Nick Totopoulos. Then there's Philippe, the French secret agent dude. Jean-Philippe.
As everybody knows, every French person in this movie's name starts with a Jean.
Yeah. That's
Jean-Luc or Jean-Philippe.
That's what happens when you're French. Your name has to legally start with John.
Jean Reno.
Yeah.
Playing Philippe
Jean
Rocher.
Reno. Yeah. Philippe Rocher. We have Audrey is our...
Audrey Timmins. Played by Maria Pitillo.
And then we got Hank Azaria playing Animal.
Hank Azaria. There
we
playing
go.
Victor Animal Palotti.
Yeah. So those are kind of our main four. And they're all right. They do the job, but I just kept wishing for more depth to them. Because I'm not going to remember these guys. I did kind of like Audrey. But again, like you
Audrey
said...
got dunked on after this movie. She won awards for the worst supporting actress.
Did she really?
What are those joke awards?
The golden raspberries or whatever?
She won a raspberry for worst supporting actress, which I find very funny. I feel like she did a good job as a heroine.
Yeah. Yes. She's probably my favorite from the main cast. But again, I think it's just the way... It's probably not even the characters or the actors. I think it's just the way the dialogue's written or the decisions these characters make. Everyone just talks so stupidly. Again, like you said, no one is smart except for old Matthew Broderick.
Maybe that dude in the army as well.
Oh, there's one army guy that's all right. But even Hank Azaria's Animal, he's got such a limited vocabulary in this. I'm pretty sure he calls Godzilla large 5 times. He's just in front of Godzilla and he's like, man, that guy's large. In the list of adjectives you would use to describe something that's huge, Micah, how far down the list would large be?
You wouldn't see Godzilla and call him large.
Well, that's a real large creature.
Guys, look out the window. There's a large monster.
It just seems so strange.
Yeah.
The script's just so jilted. I don't know.
I feel large and jilted do not seem like words to me. I think Hank Azaria's character is one of the most forgettable characters.
Which sucks, because Hank Azaria is actually cool.
Is he?
I like him, yeah. I've seen him in a whole lot of comedy stuff. He's iconic in Friends.
Was he in Friends?
Yeah. Yeah, he goes out with Phoebe. Come on, Micah.
Man, I've got to watch Friends. I did like Philippe a lot.
Yeah.
The Frenchman who's very suspicious for the first half of the movie and then just goes full commando mode.
And I think he could have been cool, but the thing that I don't like is just the amount of stupid jokes he makes. The coffee jokes that just keep coming up and that aren't funny. It's stereotypical French guy. He gets a donut, he asks for it to be a croissant.
There were no croissants?
Gets a coffee, says it's bad.
You call this coffee?
In France, coffee. It's just so, it's dumb.
Nah,
humor.
I like him. This is the kind of humor that I think you would have seen in Japanese Godzilla movies.
You reckon?
Yeah. Nobody else's humor, just Philippe's.
What do you think about Mayor Ebert? Who is a complete caricature of famed critic Roger Ebert, who didn't like Roland Emmerich films, had white hair.
Wait, serious?
Looked similar to this mayor. And you know what Roger Ebert's whole critic thing was that he did?
What's that?
He rated movies with either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And Mayor Ebert in this movie is running for office.
Oh, that makes so much sense now.
All his flags just have a thumbs up on it. And at the end of the movie, someone says he doesn't like him animore and does a thumbs down.
Gives him a thumbs down. Context does wonderful things to you.
So Roland Emmerich has just been I'm just going to take the piss out of old mate Roger Ebert because he doesn't like my movies.
I couldn't help but every time I saw the mayor, I thought of the dude from Oppenheimer who played Bernard in the Santa Claus movies. That's what I think of when I see him.
Yeah, I just don't like any of the characters. I think they're really weak. The script's really weak. It's just, the whole movie is just your by-the-books action film for the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't think it does anything special, but again, I don't think it does anything really egregious. It's just like middle of the road. I do kind of like the whole aesthetic or the whole vibe of most of the movie being set at night in between all these skyscrapers in the middle of the rain with this dinosaur just running around.
You know what that makes hard, though? It's hard to have good CGI when you're setting a movie in the middle of the night in the rain. In the middle of New York streets.
Yeah, you'd think that would help hide the CGI a little bit.
It's the worst environment for CGI, especially in the late 90s for a movie that has a lot of CGI but does it worse than a lot of the movies at the time.
The CGI in this is terrible. It is bad, especially with the baby Godzillas at the end when you've just got them crowding out up the gardens.
Did you like that little run?
I hated it. It looked like too slow. It just looked unnatural. I hated the baby Godzillas. There were a couple scenes when they were practical and it was suitmation. Those looked pretty cool. But again, they had like longer arms and you could see the cutoff from their head to their bodies.
This is the one thing that brought the movie down for you, is that they had too short arms.
No, I'm just saying CGI most of the time in this sucked. I did appreciate a whole lot of the practical stuff. I think there were a couple shots.
There were a few shots where they did use proper suits for him.
Yeah, where there's a Godzilla suit. A few shots where it's actually pretty cool and you see like practical Godzilla spikes or scoots or practical Godzilla teeth. And there's a whole lot of miniatures and miniature destruction in this. I'm pretty sure at Madison Square Gardens, when you first see all the eggs there, that's a miniature set. And that looks really cool.
That's real cool. I love that scene. I love that setting.
But I just wish they did that like way more than they did. Use way more practical stuff, because this came out after Jurassic Park. And you wouldn't think that. Jurassic Park looks so great. And you watch Godzilla sliding around and slipping over in the streets of New York.
I did not think I'd ever see Godzilla slip on the road. On the road.
Chasing a taxi.
I think the thing that I didn't like about this movie, there are a lot of scenes where our main characters are running away from Godzilla on foot.
Yeah.
And Godzilla just never catches up to them. There are then scenes where they drive around in a car back and forth and back and forth.
That's straight out of Jurassic Park as well, by the way.
I know, but have you seen how huge Godzilla is in this? Have you seen how large Godzilla is in this movie?
He's pretty large.
And he never, ever seems to, I don't know.
Yeah, especially at the start.
Seems unrealistic.
When the helicopters are all coming in and are first chasing him through the city. And he's so fast that they're only catching like glimpses of his tail.
The big thing about this Godzilla, I feel like he's supposed to be so much more agile than any of the previous iterations.
And you do see it. He's jumping, he's climbing things. He's so much faster than Japan's Godzilla. But for some reason, it's only when the plot wants him to be fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What did you think of this Godzilla design in general?
I really like this design.
Yeah.
I think this design is amazing.
Because, again, that's what a lot of people hate about this, is they look at this Godzilla and they're like, this isn't Godzilla. This guy sucks. He'll never be Godzilla.
Nah, get out of here.
But I actually really appreciate them taking a different, I don't know, just going with something completely different. Yeah. I think on its own right, this is a pretty cool monster design. And, again, if this came out and wasn't called Godzilla, I think people would have been a lot more happy with it.
I think so. I think it's almost nonsensical and naive to try and say that this Godzilla is not an iteration of Godzilla. Or he's just, I don't know. I don't know how many people are out there saying, not my Godzilla.
Preacher, Mike. Yeah.
Like, this is still a part of the history, and I think you need to look at it and say, hey, there are still so many cool ideas that were tried to explore, that have been tried to explore. That they have attempted to explore in this movie.
Yeah, even they decided not to go the atomic breath, but I appreciated the pretty cool ability he had where he like lets out gas of his mouth. he lets out gas. No,
Out of his mouth.
Wait, he lets gas out of his mouth and then ignites it a couple seconds after. And it's pretty cool.
This is the thing that this is actually something that a lot of writers have done in the past, where if you want something to have flame breath or fire breath,
Realistically,
this is like the realistic quote unquote way to do it.
yeah, because are they like this is what the bombardier beetles do, or like there's like a beetle that emits gas and sets it alight.
I want to say there's an animal that actually does this.
I don't know if tropical iguanas do.
I don't know about nuclear tropical iguanas, but what about nuclear tropical iguanas?
Hey, who knows? I also liked how, and it's probably just because of the bad CGI, but it looked like at times Godzilla would almost blend into the background of the city with the grays and the dark colors, like an iguana would blend into things and change its color. I think that was
Say that again.
Godzilla.
Like an iguana?
Like an iguana changes colors when it touches things. Why are you looking at me like this?
Like an iguana changes colors.
Like the lizard.
Iguanas don't change colors.
They do.
You're thinking of a chameleon, mate.
Yeah. No.
Go on. Point still stands. Point still stands. It's a lot of lizard-like characteristics here.
Yeah. Even if it was unintentional, it was kind of all right.
Yeah. Godzilla goes through a lot of different terrain in this movie. He is set up to be just a regular iguana on an island.
Mm-hmm.
For a good quarter of the movie at the start, when we're like barely seeing anything of him, when he's still a whisper in the echoes of the wind.
Yeah.
He is like a full-on sea beast, swimming around in the ocean.
Yeah, man, he's an amphibious iguana.
Yeah, attacking fishing boats.
Yep.
Which I think is real cool. He jumps out of the water, becomes like a full all-terrain beast.
Mm-hmm.
He starts digging underground in these tunnels. I don't know. I feel like they should have stuck with one idea
that iguanas are good at, like changing color.
Yeah. I think this movie should have had 3 different Godzillas: one sea Godzilla, one chameleon Godzilla, and one digging Godzilla. And when their powers combine, they make Chinzilla.
He does have a big chin. He has a huge chin, and I appreciated it about him. I think it's cool. This is Chad Godzilla. He looks great. There's a lot of cool graphics in this. There's a point in the movie where they're putting a whole lot of fish out to lure Godzilla in, and Nico Totopoulos is like pulling up a manhole cover, and Godzilla stops mere inches away from him, puts his head down. And some of it looks really cool. I don't know if that's where they put some practical stuff in, or that's where all the CGI money went into those specific shots. Even just the reveal at the start where Nick's showing up and he's like, wait, I don't see where I'm supposed to be looking at. What sample am I supposed to take? And he's standing in the Godzilla footprint. There's some pretty cool reveals, and like this movie is iconic. There's some real great iconography and scenes that are really cool looking in this that I'm going to remember.
Really gripping when you're watching it.
Yeah. I did appreciate a lot of the visuals. It's just when the CGI starts to progressively get worse and more baby Godzillas come onto screen.
Yeah, it's a shame. I really wonder how well this movie would have done if the CGI was just better.
Yeah. There's another scene. How about that guy who's going fishing on the wharf? And Godzilla's scoots are coming out.
I wondered if you'd pick this up.
I thought it looked okay.
It looked good, and then he starts running
and
back across the dock,
and he's running so slowly.
No. I don't like this scene. You're telling me that a fisherman casts his fishing rod, and then from a mile away, Godzilla's.
You're right. Actually, he's so far away.
So far. There's no way that he grabs that.
The visuals look cool of the wharf getting torn apart as Godzilla's spikes get into it.
Yeah. There's actually a lot of scenes in this movie where they have some really cool destruction. Like in that scene where the dock just starts getting destroyed and obliterated by his scoots.
Mm-hmm. The bridge at the end's real cool too.
Again, the bridge at the end. Yeah. And I feel like it's just ruined by bad green screen composition of getting the main characters onto it.
Yeah.
Speaking of bridge scenes, I think that last scene where they trap Godzilla in the tethers of the suspension bridge.
Yeah. the wires,
The
the supports. Yeah, the
I'll say
tethers.
tethers. I think that's one of my favorite shots of any Godzilla movie so far. I really love how that scene looks. I don't love how previously he's just running across the bridge,
chomping on taxis,
and the bridge is just holding.
Yeah, how is it
completely
holding him? How is it holding him?
But I love that scene when he's fully trapped up. Speaking of that scene when he's fully trapped up and how he gets kind of killed off at the end, I feel like this movie would have been over so much more quickly if the military were just able to shoot. Well.
Not be stormtroopers. Well, they shoot him at the start, right? But he's too fast. And he's ducking and dodging and sliding.
They have helicopters coming in and they're just missing.
They need him restrained.
They have jets coming in, they're just missing.
Yeah.
And the thing that gets Godzilla at the end is a suspension bridge and high beam taxi lights.
How are these heat-sinking missiles top of the line army technology?
Because he's cold-blooded.
But they're not even homing in. They're not even seeking heat. They're like, he's just ducking down. Still pretty slow for a giant monster. And these things are just completely missing him and hitting into buildings miles away.
You raised some great questions, Jasha.
Godzilla. Let's talk Godzilla a little bit more. As you said before, he is known like nowadays as Zilla. And this is because TriStar, the production company of this movie, their rights to the Godzilla franchise expired in 2003. And Toho assumed ownership of this Godzilla and this character and this design. And they re-trademarked it as Zilla. And Zilla shows up a couple more times in the Japanese movies after this, which I can't wait to revisit.
Really?
Zilla is one of the monsters in Godzilla Final Wars.
I feel like I might have known this.
And he also is mentioned, I think, in Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah Giant Monsters All-Out Attack. There's like a mention of this attack Zilla did in New York.
That's wild. So is this movie treated as canon?
I don't know. I think it
That
must
seems
be.
weird.
Yeah, it must be.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe in the Millennium series.
Yeah, he's kind of known as Zilla now, but at the time this movie came out, he's Godzilla.
He's like, now he's Zilla or the TriStar Godzilla.
Yeah, interchangeable almost. But there's a direct sequel to this movie. Not in the form of another movie, but in the form of a TV series.
Yes.
Godzilla the Series, completely animated kids show.
Now, did you watch this growing up?
Yeah, so this I did watch growing up. I think I had a disc of a couple of episodes. I think the whole animated series ends in this huge finale called Monster Wars or Beast Wars. And it's kind of the Zilla version, the like TriStar version of Destroy All Monsters.
Right.
So it's this huge epic fight, whole lot of monsters doing a whole lot of stuff. And I watched that growing up. And that's on the cards for us to cover in the next couple of weeks. So
this is really surprising. I cannot remember any of this at all. I think a few months back I watched the intro for this show.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Because like Nick Totopoulos returns as well, I think.
Does he?
Yeah. Characters come back.
Yeah, and I just remember watching it and thinking, oh man, Zilla looks so cool and agile. He's like crawling up buildings in a split second. It gives me big... What was that Hot Wheels show that we used to watch?
Hot Wheels Battle Force 5.
Is it called Battle Force 5?
Yeah, man.
It gives me the exact same vibes.
What a show. We grew up in the era when our like Saturday morning TV was Hot Wheels Battle Force 5.
Bakugan, the original series.
Batman, the animated series. Even maybe a MacGyver or a Knight Rider here or there.
And then Batman Brave and the Bold came in.
Nah, get that out of here. Get that out of here. But I do really like what they've done with Zilla nowadays. Now they've kind of connected him up to the larger Godzilla world, and he exists alongside the Japanese Godzilla. I've been reading a couple of the recent comics, and there's some real cool fights. And like Zilla's just in the comics, along with all these other Toho monsters.
That's awesome.
Going up against some of the classic villains.
I think the fact that even Toho themselves took this idea of a Godzilla, and brought them into the world is testament to the fact that like, this is still a cool iteration of this character.
Yeah.
It's cool that he's out there.
Totally. I got some trivia as well, if we want to quickly go through that.
Are you going to tell me about the planned sequel and threequel for this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, there was planned movies. But let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the start of the Godzilla 1998 timeline, Micah.
Okay.
This movie was first conceived in 1990, and early scripts had this Godzilla looking more like his Japanese version going up against this shape-shifting monster called the Griffin.
Is this a Griffin?
Gryphon. So different to the Griffin, which we know from Latitude Zero. But it was supposed to be a lot similar to Toho's stuff. They first tapped James Cameron to direct.
Oh, no way.
James Cameron made Aliens, made Terminator, now has gone on, made Avatar, so many cool movies. He passed on directing.
He said no.
So they went to Tim Burton, who actually was connected to the project for a few years, tried to get it off the ground, but then he passed on it ultimately. Then Joe Johnston jumped in. He was going to direct it before he passed. Then Paul Verhoeven jumped on to direct.
Now,
Name one Paul Verhoeven movie right now for me, Micah.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Close. Total Recall. Basic Instinct. RoboCop.
Oh, I know RoboCop.
There you go. He was attached, which is crazy, but he decided to pass. Bill Paxton was originally supposed to star in this, in the lead role.
Oh.
You know Bill Paxton?
Yes.
Name one Bill Paxton movie, Micah.
My poker face fell last second. The name sounds familiar.
You'll know him as the Game Over Man, Game Over.
He's the Game Over Man from Aliens.
Yes.
Which this movie
It's
feels a lot like.
very similar to, yeah. But everyone fell through. The budget wasn't as high as a lot of these people wanted to be attached, so they couldn't get them in the end.
James Cameron wanted to make a 5-movie series
Probably.
of Godzilla.
Come here to New Zealand, film it all.
The first 3D movie ever to be made.
Yeah. Man, his CGI, that would have been cool. Anyway, they ended up going with Roland Emmerich as a last resort, which is so
That's
funny.
rough.
But then, as I said, Roland didn't really like Godzilla, didn't like Toho stuff, so decided to just completely reimagine it. Steven Spielberg came up to Roland Emmerich and tried to talk him out of making the movie.
Wait.
Steven,
Wait.
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. Apparently, he said, it's not great that Hollywood's trying to recreate this. It's a silly idea. Spielberg apparently even said that he never saw this movie when it came out, but he was a huge fan of the movie with Raymond Burr.
That's the biggest plot twist I've ever heard.
So this is the American remake or re-edit of the original Godzilla. Not even the original Godzilla, but the American re-edit. He was a fan of that, and he tried to steer Roland Emmerich away from remaking it because he loved that movie so much. It was his favorite Godzilla movie of all time.
Raymond Burr.
So anyway, Roland Emmerich made this movie, made a whole lot of money, was a blockbuster hit, but just came out to negative reviews. No critics liked it. The general audience wasn't a huge fan. And their original plans to produce a trilogy of movies just got completely canned in the end.
Now, this movie did well, though.
Yeah, it did well. And apparently they were still trying to make these sequels for years and years afterwards. There were ideas to set the sequels on Monster Island and have 6 or 7 monsters showing up. Matthew Broderick and a lot of the main cast were attached to return.
Yeah, I think they were all billed for 3 movies.
But the studio ended up just abandoning all plans due to lack of enthusiasm from the fans, audiences, and licensees. And then Roland Emmerich ended up leaving because of budget disputes.
Yeah, this is real surprising because from what I've heard of fellow Godzilla fans, such as the ones on Discord or other people reviewing this movie, some people, especially when they were younger, really loved seeing this movie.
Yeah.
Really have good memories of this movie.
I think it has a lot of nostalgia, right? Because this was a lot of people's first introduction to Godzilla outside of Japan. Even though we had re-edits.
Raymond Burr.
Yeah, Raymond Burr coming up. This was the first easily accessible movie that was a blockbuster hit. So there are a lot of fans, but again, there are a whole lot of haters and people that are just saying, that's not Godzilla. That's the worst movie ever to exist.
Is that what Japan thought of this movie when it came out?
So I don't know. It's hard to say. There's reports that like Japan and Toho absolutely hated it. That's why they ended up renaming him and saying they took the god out of Godzilla. But there's some stories as well that say that Japanese audiences were kind of just lukewarm on it and thought some parts of it were cool. So who knows? But it is very divisive. It's got a huge legacy, and it's very iconic in the Godzilla franchise. So I don't know. Do we want to kind of say our final thoughts and give it a rating?
Yeah, dude.
Micah, do you want to?
I'll let you.
No.
Jay.
Okay, I'll go through some final thoughts, all right? Nick Totopoulos.
Actually, can I go first? No, sorry, Nick Totopoulos.
Nick Totopoulos goes into a meeting with the mayor and a whole lot of the army guys. By the way, why is the mayor so involved and not the president?
He's not. He's a mayoral candidate as well.
Yeah.
He's still trying to get people to vote for him.
I think he's trying to get reelected, surely. I don't know. But Nick Totopoulos is brought into this meeting. He's like, hey, I think this Godzilla's pregnant and laying eggs, and there's more of a bigger threat here than just one monster. Everyone denies him and fires him. But there's one moment when like he's told that he's getting fired. And he like looks at people around the room and he looks directly at the camera for a couple of seconds.
Serious.
And it's full on Ferris Bueller. And I was just like, he snuck this in. He snuck these little fourth wall stares. It's so funny. And then again, his ending speech on TV when like I guess it's not the end of the movie. This movie's long. There's a lot of stuff here. But when he is live on TV with Audrey and he like talks about, I don't know, the dangers to everyone. All these crazy dinosaurs getting let out into the world, hundreds and hundreds of them. He says it with the calmest voice, like he's doing a voiceover for a nature documentary. He's like,
this is like the voice I put on for an audiobook when I'm going to bed.
Yeah, he's like, these animals will be released into the wild.
These beautiful animals.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They'll reproduce. They will make home in this land of ours.
And the US military, you have to bomb this place right now and kill all of them.
Yeah, well, we discovered over 200 eggs.
Go get Hicks. Get Hicks!
Which a few moments ago began hatching. The creatures, though just hatched, are over 9 feet tall, and they've begun feeding. When their food supply runs out here, they will attempt to hunt down food of their own outside of this nest.
Oh my God.
If they get out, they'll multiply, and very soon a new species will emerge. One that could replace us as the dominant species of this planet. Each one of these amazing reptiles are born pregnant. Adaptive and cunning, these 200 could become 40,000 within this year. If the military is listening to this broadcast, they have to destroy this building immediately before these creatures can escape.
Me, I'd be red. I'd be sweating. I'd be crying. I'd be like, guys, there's 200 animals here. They're going to come out and they're going to rip you all apart,
These
please.
baby Godzillas have been trying to eat me. They've been slipping on bouncy balls.
We have to do something. I'm stuck here with hundreds of them. And he's just like, the calmest guy in the world.
There are baby Godzillas trying to rip through doors.
They're chomping at his heels. And he's just so calm about the whole situation. Anyway, like I said before, this movie is kind of fun. I do appreciate a lot of the action sequences. I appreciate the different things they tried to do with the story and the Godzilla design, which is actually one of my favorite Godzilla designs, just because of how different it is. But I'm probably going to give it 2.5 out of 5 huge piles of fish. Because it is just kind of middle of the road. It's not great. It's not bad. It's a Roland Emmerich film. What more do you want, you know? What about you?
It's a Roland Emmerich film. What more do you want? It's interesting how much fish they put in this movie.
There's a lot of fish.
There's a lot of fish.
Yeah.
And he was bringing it to his babies.
Imagine like a 4D viewing of Godzilla in 1998. with smell-o-vision.
Smell.
Smelling like fish the whole movie long.
My question. Godzilla is a guy. He's asexual. He reproduces by himself.
Literally me for real.
Reproducing by himself.
Go on.
He's got 200 children.
Yeah.
Are they all males?
Well, apparently they're asexual as well, is what Nick Totopoulos says. He's like, they're going to make babies and there's going to be thousands of them one day.
But like, is there like half chance that they're male, half chance they're female?
I don't know.
Or
man.
are these just, did Godzilla just have 200 sons?
It's a Roland Emmerich film. Why are you asking these questions?
Final thoughts, Jasha.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. I love Philippe. He's great. He's the rat man from Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
That's all I knew him from.
But that scene when he's like walking away down the alley at the end of the movie.
Yeah. This guy. And he starts liking American coffee.
Yeah.
That's great. We haven't talked much about Audrey. I think that Audrey is such a manipulative partner in this movie.
You reckon?
The whole time she's just trying to use Nico Totopoulos.
Yeah.
Trying to get to him just so she can steal his tapes, steal his information.
First thing she says as well when she sees him on TV isn't like, oh, I miss Nick so much. Or I shouldn't have left him. It's like, wow, he's looking really hot. He's looking really good.
He's looking good. He looks really good on the CCTV.
Maybe I made a mistake.
She goes to him, steals videotapes, doesn't even apologize until after he's been fired from his job, and then starts acting like the victim herself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. And the thing that gets him to make up with her is when she calls him out and says that he was right about the eggs on TV, which of course he's right. There are 200 baby Godzillas milling around. Of course he's been right about the eggs. Audrey, man, I don't like her. I like her. I don't like her.
How about we forgot to mention as well Harry Shearer.
Is he her boss?
Her boss. This guy's an idiot, but I've been watching a whole lot of Christopher Guest comedies recently with him.
Okay.
He's in Spinal Tap.
Oh, okay.
He's so funny.
Did you like that gag when he sits down with his new news anchor?
That was actually so funny.
And she's just like 2 feet taller than he is.
They're going live and he quickly has to like stand up out of his seat.
It's weird to have a lot of little gags like that in a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I will say the majority of the script absolutely sucks, but there's a few parts I did laugh.
Jasha loves his gags.
Yeah, give me a good gag.
Roland
Emmerich movies, they always have a couple good gags in them.
Can we start a Roland Emmerich podcast? Animal in this?
Yeah.
He and his wife just hate each other.
I thought that was funny as well.
Pretty funny.
At the end, she's like let all these people into her house and she's like, I love that man so much, I'm gonna kill him.
We have Dr. Elsie Chapman. She's like this.
Who? Oh.
She's this doctor who comes in from the start. She's the one that starts hitting on Matthew.
Yeah.
Fawns after him the whole movie. In the final scene, just kisses a random guy.
Mm.
I don't know why. She doesn't know why.
She regrets it instantly.
Why would you write this as a joke in this movie?
I
don't know, dude. And I'm just...
Literally me for real, though.
I'm looking in the credits of this movie. We do have Jean-Luc, we have Jean-Claude, we have Jean-Pierre, we have Jean-Philippe.
Yeah.
And then we have Philippe played by Jean.
Yeah, you're right.
There are 5 Jeans in this movie and 2 Philippes and 2 Jean-Philippes. This is crazy. That's me. Yeah, I think Zilla is a crazy cool design. I love TriStar Godzilla.
I like that we're taking a stand and saying this design rules.
Yeah. I think it's stupid not to see this movie as a true Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
You don't have to like it. It's still part of the history. Get it together. Suck it up.
Nice. Oh, I'm proud to be your co-host right now.
Thank you. I'm gonna give this movie. I think this is a fine movie. I think 2.5 out of 5 piles of fish is pretty bang on.
Large piles of fish, actually.
Sorry,
large
piles of fish.
Large.
Yeah. This is Like, surely this movie isn't the greatest. If you got a couple friends together, put this on, you'd still have a good time.
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't bored. Even though it was long, I wasn't bored.
I wasn't bored, even though I started to fall asleep a few times. I
Yeah.
wasn't bored.
Okay. Yeah.
Jasha, can I go? This is a bit preemptive. Can I go straight into Battle Line Battle Minute?
Yeah. Okay. Let's quickly do this. The
I'm gonna
part of the
start my
show
watch.
where we talk about the microtransaction filled game that is Godzilla Battle Line for only a minute.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. So if you had to have Zilla as a new unit in the game, talk to me about what he would do.
He would jump a far distance. He'll like start halfway through the map.
Oh, like Kamen Rider does in the game?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he'll be like
he
Kamen
can
Rider.
do that, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he'll go to the side of the map, and he can actually turn around.
Oh, so he just
he-
paces back and forth,
Yeah.
you say?
Oh, actually, he doesn't even need to start midway. He just paces back and forth. He slides. He does that little Zilla slide.
His little Zilla slide.
Yeah.
Do you think his main attack will be a slide, a fire gas breath, or a bite? Or a tail whack? Let's
Tail
add that
whack.
in there.
Tail
whack?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got 20 more seconds. What do you want to say about Battle Line?
Nothing. I'm
Nothing?
glad you talked about Zilla because I've played Battle Line for like 2 days this month. I'm so behind on everything.
There's the Battle Line Summit coming up, and on Twitter they ask people to send in messages and mail. So I think we need to get everybody together and send in a message.
Okay.
That's our minute. Good job, Jasha.
Great. Hey,
I think that was pretty dang good.
we're getting efficient with our Battle Line battle minutes. We got a couple of emails actually about Godzilla 98. So I thought I'd read out bits of some of them. Yeah, so our pal Repod Reptiles sent us in an email. And he starts it off, all right, let's start with the good because I'll be lying if I said this whole film was bad. He says some of the characters aren't bad. Nick Totopoulos, played by Matthew Broderick's a good character, but he pales in comparison to Philip Roach, played by Jean Reno. Philippe commands such presence when he's on screen. He goes on and says that there are some amazing sequences, shots, and ideas, and he's genuinely surprised that no other Godzilla movie or giant monster films in general ever thinks about utilizing some of them again. Some truly great sequences, like Godzilla attacking the Japanese canning ship, the sinking of the 3 trolley boats, Godzilla's landfall on New York, all the small scene where the characters run into Godzilla's eye in the subway tunnels. Most of them are greatly shot and executed. I agree with him.
Like you said, shot composition. I think they did some really good stuff here.
Yeah. And he goes on. He says a whole lot of bad stuff too. Character drama falls flat, some silly subplots. The set pieces feel confusing at times. He doesn't really like the Godzilla design. He says what Godzilla 1998 did to the Godzilla character is the equivalent of a director asked to make a Superman movie, but the title character ended up being Wolverine from X-Men.
I will respectfully disagree, but go at it.
And he ends off the email. He says he's going to give the film 3 ratings. He gives it 1.5 out of 5 Chernobyl earthworms as a standalone Godzilla movie. He gives it 2.3 Chernobyl earthworms out of 5 as its own monster movie. And as a potential sequel to Godzilla 1954 and a prequel to Godzilla Mothra King Ghidorah, he gives it 3 out of 5 Chernobyl earthworms.
I love the convolution there. Big fan of convolution.
We also had an email here from David who says that he didn't really love this movie when it first came out. His own views on it have evolved a bit in recent years, though.
Would you say they've mutated?
Radioactively mutated. And he says that it's probably not a terrible monster movie on its own, albeit one that doesn't really say anything and seems confused about what, if anything, we should feel about the monster. He also says that the animated series is much better. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, so that was the emails we had this week. You can email us, podzillapod@gmail.com. You guys were also having such great discussion about your memories with the movie in the Discord this week. It was cool to read along to them.
Join the Discord
Yeah.
to sing your praises for Philippe.
For Philippe. I also do just want to quickly shout out as well another podcast, 70mm, which is a movie podcast I absolutely love. It kind of made me fall in love with film podcasts. Hosted by Slim, Danny, and Proto. They do such amazing work every week. They also just did an episode on Godzilla 1998.
People are watching us at every turn.
Yeah. This is part of the conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
This Toho mole is lining up.
Slim, Proto, and Danny are in on it.
They're in on it. But I put a link in the show notes. Check out their episode after you've listened to this one because, yeah, it's sure to be a great time.
Jasha,
Yeah.
I have one more piece of news.
Godzilla news?
Yeah.
megaNEWSlon?
megaNEWSlon, real
Hey.
quick. So just recently, we have had a bit more of an announcement for the Apple TV show.
Yeah. Finally, some photos and some details.
So all we knew about this was that it was called, let me get my news outlet up here.
Monarch Legacy of the Monsters. Am I right?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We knew it was called Monarch, Legacy of the Monsters. We knew that it maybe took place between some of the MonsterVerse movies.
Yeah.
But we had some shots leaked from the movie and
Yeah.
then properly announced for the movie. We saw that Godzilla has his proper design with his original scoots that he had in the 2014 movie,
Yeah, pretty cool.
which a lot of people were really sad ended up getting changed for King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
We saw some shots of
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. I was going to say Burt Reynolds. It's Kurt Russell and his son.
Wyatt Russell?
Wyatt Russell, yep. They're playing the same character, but across different eras.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I don't know if you've heard this, Jasha, but we got a little bit of a description just recently, 11 hours ago.
Did we?
Yep. About what this movie is really going to be about.
Breaking news. Let's go.
So I'm going to read this out to you. Following the thunderous battle between Godzilla and the Titans that leveled San Francisco and the shocking revelation that monsters are real, Monarch Legacy of Monsters tracks two siblings following in their father's footsteps to uncover their family's connection to the secret organization known as Monarch. Clues lead them into the world of monsters and ultimately down the rabbit hole to Army Officer Lee Shaw. This is who's played by Kurt and Wyatt.
Cool.
Taking place in the 1950s and half a century later where Monarch is threatened by what Shaw knows. The dramatic saga, and this is the interesting thing, spanning 3 generations,
Whoa.
not just 2, reveals buried secrets and the ways that epic earth-shattering events can reverberate through our lives.
That sounds pretty cool.
So we knew that Wyatt and Kurt were playing 2 characters.
Yeah.
We probably have a few more main characters as well. It's talking about 2 siblings following in their father's
Yeah.
footsteps. So maybe it's about their children as well.
Yeah, that would make sense. 3rd generation. I'm excited about it. It's a crazy time to be a Godzilla fan, guys, because I'm pretty sure this is rumored to come out around November, which is when the new Japanese Godzilla -1 comes out.
Yeah, I think 100 days exactly from the day we're recording
Hey.
is when -1 comes out.
We also get a new Jet Jaguar official short film around that time.
Oh, beautiful stuff.
And then early next year, we get a new MonsterVerse movie. So the
Yeah.
next couple of months, it's going to be huge.
And I'm going to have to not watch this until I've seen the MonsterVerse movies.
Hey, are you not going to?
So,
You're going to save it for the show when we get to it starting next year,
do
hopefully.
you think I should? I think I should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's going to, in Monarch, I think there's going to be quite a few monsters that we've seen before. I just hope that we get the chance to explore more Mothra and Rodan.
Hey, yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. That's me. That's megaNEWSlon.
megaNEWSlon. Used to hate this segment, now it's my favorite.
Yeah. You got to fall for the Newslon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's us, everyone. Next episode, we are back with Rebirth of Mothra 3.
Yes.
We have a
Yes.
brief interlude. It feels weird to have broken up the trilogy like this. But yeah, Rebirth of Mothra 3 came out after this Godzilla movie, and we're getting our good mate Waffles on to join us.
Yeah, if you've listened to our Patreon exclusive Dungeons and Dragons 2001 episode.
Yeah, they jumped on and we had a great discussion with them.
They're amazing. You guys are going to love them on the show.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. And I'm pretty sure they just started up their podcast once again. Waffles and Mates Talk About Things. New episode came out literally today as we're recording this as well. Yeah. So can't wait to talk to Waffles. Here's a little brief on what we have to look forward to. Rebirth of Mothra 3. The strongest enemy, the final transformation. To save the world, Mothra goes back in time in an attempt to defeat a younger King Ghidorah.
Is this this is our second time traveling Godzilla movie?
Yeah. Mothra's going back in time to fight King Ghidorah.
You want to know what I know about this movie? I know that this movie has a fan favorite of one particular person in our Discord's iteration of King Ghidorah.
Really?
I know that there is a prehistoric Mothra larva.
Hey, yeah. There's a lot of dinosaurs in it.
Are there?
Yeah.
That's all I know about
There's a
it.
T-Rex on the poster, I'm pretty sure.
Is it Zilla?
It could be. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, that's us, guys. Follow the link in the show notes to join our Discord. We'd love to have you guys jump over to Podzilla's Monster Island. We have a whole lot of fun in there every week. And then, yeah, sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/Podzilla, where we release monthly exclusive episodes. By the time that you're listening to this, we will have an episode on the Mighty Kong out exclusively for supporters on there. And this is the King Kong musical.
Good stuff, good stuff. That's going to be us, guys. Hey, find a worm lover and give them some love today.
What? Find a worm lover and give them some love.
Yeah, give them some love. I think they need a little bit of it in this monster-infested world.
Find a worm lover, and you might find they're actually pretty good looking.
Find a worm lover, and maybe you too might find some love.
That's been Podzilla with your hosts Jasha and Micah Drake. Follow along on our socials at PodzillaPod and jump into our Discord via the link in the show notes.
Huge thank you to Cassie Celine who did our podcast art and Dagora9898 who did our episode thumbnail.
Let's go. And just a disclaimer that any musical sound effects used in this episode belong entirely to the Toho Company. See you guys next episode.
So stupid. We're so
Hey,
stupid.
no, we're amazing.
We're so stupid.
Jasha, are you a worm
What?
lover?
You give or take worms.
Dude.